Today I wanted to do my personal review for the Ember Travel Mug that I bought from Costco. I bought this in 2022, November 15th probably. I got it from Costco. It cost me around $200 plus tax, so it came around $230. Anyways, I thought I'm a student, so I thought it'd be helpful for me to have this travel mug to keep my coffee warm while I go to lectures or I drive from home to campus. And so this is what it comes with. So first of all, it'll come in two boxes. One box will contain the charging unit for it, which is this. You guys can see, like this. And one box will contain the Ember Travel Mug itself, right? So this is the mug, the screw on top. This is the inside, like a stainless steel color. It tells you a max amount of volume you can put in there. And the max amount of volume as per of what they wrote is 12 OZ or 355 mLs. So how do you use it? First of all, there's like a button in the bottom of the mug. And when you press it on, then you'll see this battery sign. And this battery, like for example, right now is 0 because there's no bars in it. So it's uncharged. So what you'll do is say you'll charge it fully, first of all. You'll charge it and you'll see that it's all filled up, the bars. And you'll pour in your hot coffee or your hot tea or whatever you're drinking into it and seal it up. And you'll also have to use the app. Now, I got the app. This is how the app looks like. You can personalize it, You could call it whatever you want to call it. For example, I put Ember 4T for mine. There's the temperature lock. It'll tell you the battery level. Right now, mine's at 5%. Temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius. The volume meaning it'll make a beep if it's needs charging. And notifications from the app itself. And then here you could... you can see that you can go ahead and put the temperature presets. Like if it's a latte, you could keep it at 131. If it's, let me go back. If it's coffee at 135, these are the recommended ones, but you can always do your personal temperature as well. So you'll have this, and so like for example, I'll pour in a brewed coffee. Immediately when I pour the coffee in, there'll be a number here, which is the temperature of the current coffee. So let's just make this up. Let's say I pour some coffee and it's 150 degrees, right? So then I can either decide from my app to keep it maintained at 150 degrees, 140, 160. There is a max amount, I believe, that goes up to like 160 if I'm, don't quote me on that. But there is a max amount. It's not like it goes to 400 or whatever. So you'll do that. So you'll set it and you'll drink from it from here. So a few things I've noticed, right? You have to have this mug completely empty, out of fluid, right? And then on the charging unit, right, in here, for it to charge all the way. And it does take time for it to charge. So roughly it'll take you 4 hours for this entire thing to be charged all the way. So you got to plan ahead. It's not something you put in on the charger for 10 minutes and it's ready to go. Another thing is, I thought, I was trying to be smart. I thought if I had coffee in here and it was charged and I saw the battery level dying, that I would just put it back on the battery, on the charger, and that the battery would go up. But it doesn't work like that. It has to be completely empty, at least in my experience, what I figured with this mug. It has to be completely empty in order for you to charge it. And then you can go ahead and place the hot drink that you're gonna drink. So there is a little problem like that because I'm a student. I thought if I plug this into like a library outlet and just have a coffee in here and just keep it on the charger, that it would infinitely just be hot. So it doesn't work like that. Another thing, talking about the charger, is you'll notice it only comes with a charger with one of these ends that go in the car. And I mean, unless you're gonna be okay turning your car on and leaving it on so that you could just charge it, then you would have to buy an adapter. So I had to buy this. It took me like $8 to $10 from Amazon to buy this adapter so that I can plug this into this and then this into the wall unit at home. So before going to bed, I put this on, charge the cup so that's ready for the next morning. So that's how much of a preparation you do need in order to use this. So that's kind of one thing, right? You do need to get this if you're charging it at home. Or not if you're doing it in the car, then you have to keep an empty mug in the car until it charges. Then you go buy your Starbucks or whatever, and then you use it. So there is that. Other than that, I mean, it is a sleek look and everything. The cap, the lid itself is plastic. It's supposed to be pushed down and then it'll stay down for you to go ahead and sip. Now, what happened with mine, why I'm doing this review is, well, this worked, but the clip for the head, it broke itself. So you can see in mine, I push it down, but it doesn't stay down. So there is that issue. So it broke, and now it's kind of like if I want to drink from it, I have to push it down with one hand and then tilt it and drink it, or not, I have to use it without the lid, because now this is no longer usable in order for me to sip in the car. Another thing I've noticed is when I charge the Ember on this charger, you know, I have it hooked onto my adapter. You'll notice that you'll place it in there and come back 2 hours later and realize that it didn't even get charged. So there is an issue. So I'll stay there and I'll wait around until it hits a right spot from the charger in order for it to start charging. So at first it was working fine, but then a few weeks into it, I noticed that I'll come back 2 hours later and the battery is still at 5%. Then I realized that, you know, you have to move it around, find like the right area in order for it to get charged. So there is that. All right. Yeah. So that's my review. I mean, it was cool. It's a cool idea. It's great for, you know, students or anyone traveling. But I mean, I thought it would be the perfect companion to drive with, and then, you know, to study for long hours, long periods of time. But those are some of the issues I found. So I mean, I'm not here to recommend it or say that don't get it. Just wanted to let you know my experience, and I hope it helps anyone who's thinking about purchasing it. Thanks.